Hey there, everybody. I am back, Scott Robinson, with you for another long overdue episode of Beyond the Humidor After Dark on this Turkey Day Eve. I've been remiss and haven't been doing these for a couple of weeks. I've been working on some other projects and stuff got into the way. And that's just the way the big ball bounces. But I am here on Thanksgiving Eve enjoying a Christoph Figurado and a glass of eggnog. Is it too early? Excuse me. Is it too early for me to enjoy eggnog? Yes or no? You tell me. So, just wanted to get aboard and just do a check in to see how everybody's doing. I see our number one fan, Tommy, is out there. Hey there, Tommy. And the gorilla. The gorilla is chiming in with the bobbing of the head. If you want to know what that's all about, you have to check out an episode of Beyond the Humidor on YouTube. Hmm. Yeah, I put the camera in the way of the screen, so now I'm getting comments. I got to read down where to. Here we go. There we go. Nice. We haven't eaten the damn turkey yet. Well, that's the whole point of me doing this to make this timely, Greg. Greg is here. He was supposed to be on with me or notify me that he wasn't, but he is making comments, so that is a good thing. So, what are you doing to prepare for your Thanksgiving feast tomorrow? Are you cooking? Are you having someone else cook? Are you visiting? What have you? Let me know in the comments if you're out there. And Jesus Christ, Pat Walsh, I let you down. I had breakfast with my mentor and brother, Pat Walsh, and we were just going over some things for some sample show reels. And one of the things he was telling me is never say out there. You're actually talking to your listener. So I'm trying to break myself out of that habit. So whenever I do it, it's just like, ugh, I feel like a complete douche canoe. But what are you going to do? What are you smoking this evening? Or if you've even had the opportunity to smoke. Greg is cooking lamb and talking with grandma. Give my regards to the lovely Carlotta, Greg, if you would. Hey, Anthony, what's your daddy doing? What's Hank doing? We recorded an episode on Monday, and as a matter of fact, Pat Walsh was our guest. Wait, oh, our number one fan, Tommy, he is smoking on my father. Oh, back to what I was saying. So, we did an episode on Monday, which will go live on Sunday, of course, at midnight, Gorilla willing. And we had our good friend Pat Walsh on and had a good time talking about what did we talk about? A little bit of cigar news and some of the crazier conspiracy theories that are out there. As I said on the podcast, everybody's got that uncle or in-law who sits at the Thanksgiving table and tells you that the moon landing was faked. Or there's one that I heard back in the 90s, back when the ATF was running around losing their minds. They said basically, if you look at the back of street signs, there are markings on there, and those markings are information for troop positions for when the UN comes to invade us. Hey, is there isn't? I don't know. You tell me. So this particular eggnog is a Pennsylvania Dutch eggnog that Tiny Wife encouraged me to pick up, and it has the alcohol already in it. Definition of irony. So I tried it just straight, and it's more nog than egg, which is not necessarily a bad thing, but you got to cut it just a little bit. But then I cut it too much, so I wound up putting in a little more cognac. So this is lovely. And since I am not cooking a damn thing until tomorrow morning, sorry, Greg, I am making homemade rolls. You will not be here for that. What happened to, Buds? The Buds eggnog out of San Francisco. Is it or is it not? I don't know. That was a surprise to me, Greg. I think it's out of San Francisco. It's nice, but I'm drinking Pennsylvania Dutch eggnog now and cutting it with clover. Sonoma. Sorry. So It's just nice to kick back and enjoy a cigar. I've been on the move all day, prepping for Thanksgiving and, all sorts of thises and that's. So I finally got a chance to sit down and have some nog and a quick little lunch break in the way of the Christoph Figurado. Speaking of, we gotta have Fozzie back on the show. That show usually runs about 2 hours. I think the last time is when we were smoking the guardrail and we were talking about dogs. See if you can check that one out. That was probably about 10 episodes or so ago. Gorilla, feel free to correct me if you will. Last week, I had the privilege of being a guest on Gen X Talks, and I will be putting that up on Instagram. I had it on my personal one, but we had some issues with Instagram. So I will put that link up on the Luma Cigar Cartel Instagram post. Definitely check it out and let me know what you think of it. Leave some comments and let me know. Hmm. My. This is good, good stuff. But I can't drink too much of it because it is, if you're in California, it is maximum enforcement weekend. Our good friends at the California Highway Patrol are on duty from now. Well, everybody's on duty, I should say, from now until Sunday at 11:59. So making sure they can assist motorists and checking out for all the drunkies out there so they don't kill anybody. So go easy on your drink and your nog and your scotch and whatever because they are out there. And it's no fun spending time in a drunk tank on Thanksgiving weekend. And you know what the cost is for a drunk driving conviction? Right now in California, it's about $11,000. And you pay the whole thing, not to mention the long term of your insurance shooting through the windshield. I guess that's better than you shooting through the windshield, but what are you gonna do? Oh yeah, Greg, I know more than that. I was getting to that. Bro, you got this habit. It's like, I'm getting there. Let the train get into the station before you comment. I love you, man, but let the train get to the station. I was about to mention, yeah, it's more than 11K if you count having to get the SR22 to get your license back, and your auto insurance goes through the ceiling. Mm, so good. I plan to have more of this when I get back from being the pizza delivery guy of my household. So, in the comments, if you're not catching this live, leave in the comments what your plans are for Thanksgiving. Are you doing it with family? Are you kicking back with friends? Or if you don't have friends, going to start a fight at a bar with a few enemies? Hey, whatever you do, enjoy it. Now, this does remind me what my plans were for the end of this. I wanted to do like a nice little outro, but I've been tied up in other projects, so I have not gotten to that yet. So when I conclude this, there's like a little bit of happy music and end credits here over at Good Dog. And just a matter of fact, I am doing this from Good Dog Studios. I have not been in this studio for a little while. So it's nice to be back. I'll probably do some more work in here because I know tomorrow will be a whirlwind. My dad asked me, well, what time you get up in the morning to start cooking? And I'm like, 5. We're early birds in this house. And if we're not, the dog sees to it that we are. Because Madam Barkington expects her meal at 6 a.m. and p.m. So, yeah, she ate 8 minutes ago. What can I tell you? Anyway, this is just a quick check in. Say hello to all the listeners. Wait, who's retired? Forgive me, I'm looking at the comment section of StreamYard and, trying to acknowledge everyone who is there. So, what else did I have? Oh, I probably got on a tangent before I said this, but I did an interview with Gen X Talks at their studio in Central California. I'll just say this, they got their shit together. It's basically a tough shed, but you can utilize tough sheds for all sorts of cool shit. And they did just that when they built their studio in this larger tough shed. Real comfortable. Gen X Dad, aka the General. It was such a blast talking to him during that interview. We could have went for 3 hours. We went for about 95 minutes. And Gen X Mom, lovely hostess. And because they're from Southern California, as I'm from Southern California, after the show, we kicked back and we had tacos. If you're from Southern California, you get it. That was just magnificent. That was just like the cherry on top of that interview. So the general and I kicked back, drank some Jack Daniels, and it was 95 minutes of us laughing our ass off talking about different stuff. And yes, we talked about Larry Gregg and the gorilla as well. In fact, we have an episode with Gen X Dad from Gen X Talks. He was on the podcast, and my dumbass fucked up the video. So we are going to have to rectify that. And you heard it here first. We're going to have the general aboard once we figure out what's going on with me next week, as far as my hours go. We're going to have the general back, hopefully in December or January. He might be fun for a Christmas episode. I will have to consult with my producer. So anyway, that's it for that. Looking forward to that. And we have another, I thought we had another guest. Greg, you tell me. I don't know. See, this is what you get when you're not on the show. So, you guys, and I did it fucking again. Jesus Christ. I got to just get that drilled out of me. I need someone behind me with a freaking cattle prod, and hit me every time I say you guys and out there. Ugh, I hate it. But alas, whatever you're doing this holiday, enjoy with friends and family. Be thankful for all the blessings, big or small, that are in your life. And as I always say, good smoke, good drink, and good life. You guys take care, and God damn it, you take care out there, and happy Thanksgiving.